This week on Machinery Pete TV, one more flyby of the Lang auction in Iowa. A pair of planters take center stage as bidders from around the country take their shot. A near record price is recorded on this beautiful 9430. And this Farmall M has spent generations serving an Illinois family.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. A&I Products is a lower cost, quality replacement parts solution for all types and ages of ag equipment across all brands. Visit aiproducts.com. Hey folks, welcome to Machinery Pete TV. I've traveled just a little bit south today. We're in Union, Iowa, down here for a multi-line farm retirement, farm estate sale by Mid-Iowa Auction Company. And I tell you what, we've got a couple items right in the bullseye, the hottest sectors in the market. We've got a pre-def, pre-tier 4 tractor, a 2010 Deere 9430, under 2,000 hours. I think this thing could almost set a record maybe. And then we've got a 2006 John Deere 1770 NT CCS 16-row planter that's retrofit. People are really looking for those things, so stay tuned for this hot bidding. But first, let's go back to the studio and catch up on the latest farm equipment news.
All right, thanks Pete. I'm Clinton Griffiths. A new farmer survey shows producers are still very much concerned with input prices right now. The monthly Purdue University CME Group Ag Economy Barometer falling again. It now sits at a reading of 102. That's down 10 points from last month. The index is now down 16% compared to where it was this time last year. Both the index of current conditions and the index of future expectations also fell.
We asked producers what their biggest concerns are for their farming operation in the upcoming year. And the top choice continues to be higher input cost, chosen by 43% of respondents in this month's survey.
21% of producers also reported they were concerned about rising interest rates, although fewer producers say they view now as a bad time to make large investments. The Farm Capital Investment Index also remained at a weak level, with the cost of new machinery a major concern. Despite the weakness in farmer sentiment, both the short and long-term farmland value indices rose this month. Researchers at CoBank say consumers should expect to pay more for their Thanksgiving turkey this year. That's due to shrinking numbers. An outbreak of highly pathogenic avian influenza started back in January, and so far, some 48 million wild and commercial birds have been impacted, including in Minnesota, where nearly 100,000 turkeys have been culled in just the last week. CoBank says that's forced more than 7.5 million turkeys out of production this year. Seasonal cold storage inventories of whole birds are at their lowest level since 2006, while wholesale prices are currently about 30% higher than a year ago. Now let's check on some recent auctions from around the country.
All right, folks, it's planter time. We got a Kinsey here, a 2008 model 3200 12-row 30-inch. Now this is off the retirement line of Robert Miller, about an hour away from here down by Des Moines. This thing is a one-owner planter with low use the last few years. Going to make somebody a very nice planter.
I got 19 to start at 19,000. Now 20. 19 but I'm 20. Now 21. 21, 2 to 20. Down 21. 1, 2, 21. Now 22. 22, 23. 23, 22, 23, 24. 24, 4, 25. Give it a 25, over 25 and 26, 25 and 26 and 27. Give it a 27, 7, 7, 27, or 28. Give it a 20, give it a 20, give it a 29, over 29, over 20, over 29. 20, over 29, over 20, over 29, over 20, over 29. 20, over 29, over 20, over 29, 9, 28 on the ground, and 28, 29. 20, over 29, 20, over 29, 20, over 28, 5. 20, over 28, 5, over 20, over 25. 20, over 28, 5. So, 28,000.
Hey folks, I'm here with Ron Lang, who has the feature item on our show today, a fantastic 2010 John Deere 9430 four-wheel drive. We're going to get to that in a little bit, but right now, Ron, you got a beautiful planter on the sale, your 06 1770 NT 16 row.
Mm-hmm.
Did you buy this thing new?
Bought the planter brand new.
And you did some significant upgrading to this planter, what, 3-4 years ago?
Yes, approximately 4 years ago. Put all the precision equipment on it.
Okay, that's not a small undertaking. Can you describe what that was like?
That was I personally didn't put it on, but it was a $70,000 expenditure upgrade on the planter.
You've been getting calls on those particular updates you made?
It's amazing that the calls are basically in reference to that. Most of the guys that I've called, it's kind of interesting hearing their stories. A lot of guys, believe it or not, are still quite a few in 12 row today. A lot of them are 16, but they're upgrading their 16 to still another used planter, just rather than going to a brand new one. But their questions are all in reference to how it's equipped and how it performs with all the attachments.
So you took it then, what was then a 12-year-old planter,
Correct.
made it new.
That's correct.
Yeah, and the 3-4 years since then running it, happy with the?
Very well. It's just again, changing a family operation and current acres that I have. It's bigger than where I need to be today, and as age comes into play and everything else, you make a decision and try to redirect and keep going.
Okay folks, you want to talk a sharp planter. We've got a 2006 John Deere 1770 NT CCS 16 row here, and again we talked to the owner Ron Lang about this thing. He did the retrofit on it just 4 years ago, spent $70,000 to do that rebuild, and it only has 1,500 acres on it since then. Now coming into the sale today, I checked our machinerypete.com website, our free auction prices. The highest price I've ever seen on an 04 to 08 model 1770 NT, $93,000.
107, 108,000 boys, 107, 108,000, 108, 109, 109, 108, 109, 109, 110, 110, 10 to 110, 110 to 110, 109, 110 to 110, 10, 109 to 110, 109, 110 to 110, 109, 110, 110, 111, 110, 111, 112. 112, 111, 112, 112, 111, 112, 113, 113, 113, 113, 112, 113, 113, 114, 114, 113, 114, 113, 114, 114, 15, 115, 115, 114, 115, 114, 115, 114, 115, 114, 115, 114, 115, 114, 115, 115. Anybody else? Anybody have any second thoughts? Sold it, 114,000. Goes on the internet.
Here are a few more items that sold on today's sale.
Machinery Pete TV is brought to you by Farm Shop MFG. Did you know that 20% of stored corn is often overventilated by 3 points of moisture? On 100,000 bushels, that's a whole semi-load. Stop this problem for less with the End Zone for Corn from Farm Shop MFG. Specially priced at $1,800 per unit while supplies last.
What's that piece of equipment worth? Check out Machinery Pete's auction prices for the answer. Free to view, updated daily, all types of equipment. Go to machinerypete.com and click on the auction tab, then auction price data. Well folks, I hope you had the opportunity to catch a couple of our recent Machinery Pete TV show episodes where we dropped in on a collector car auction in Carthage, Illinois. It was great fun to watch those vintage muscle cars sell. And it's interesting, people don't associate Machinery Pete with auction pricing on pickups and cars, but actually if you go to our website, machinerypete.com, we've got over 63,000 auction prices on pickups, over 14,000 prices on cars. And I tell you, I've seen some really interesting items sold lately at auction. On an October 15th sale in Staples, Minnesota, this 2001 Ford F-250 with 61,143 one-owner miles on it sold for $40,000. And folks, that's the second highest auction price I've ever seen on a Ford 2001 model pickup, so pretty cool there. Now, that same day, October 15th, down in Russellville, Kentucky, on an estate sale, this very yellow 2016 GMC Sierra 2500 with only 6,872 miles on it sold for $44,000. So if you love the color yellow, probably a great buy there. Now 1 week before, on a sale, a collector auction, October 7th in Winona, Minnesota, this 1989 Dodge W150 sweet truck sold for $23,500, and the same sale had this 1991 Ram 150, just over 108,000 miles on it, sold for $22,000. Now, not everything is shiny collector condition. On an October 18th estate auction in Lee Center, New York, this 1995 Cadillac Eldorado, which I think probably ran when parked, maybe, sold for $250. And this mid-1980s Pontiac Fiero, yes, there's a Fiero under there somewhere, sold for $200. Hey folks, welcome back to Tractor Tales. This week we're going to head to Northeast Illinois to check out a classic Farmall.
Well, this is my M. My dad bought it brand new in 1951. I did the 350 first, and I was in the local restaurant with my brother, and I said, boy, Darryl, I'd sure like to find my dad's M he bought new. And he said, well, you dummy, it's in our cousin's shed. It's been there 20 years or so. So I hustled over and got him, and he gave me the M, and I got a lot of work in this one. She was really bad. The motor was froze up. Everything was just, there was no oil. It was close to tar dripping out of the rear end. I redid everything, took her down to bare metal, sandblasted her and cleaned her up. I'm very proud of it. It's a Kleiner tractor, and it can't ever be sold. It's got to go to either my sons or my nephews or my cousins. Somebody's got to own this tractor. We hope they never sell it on us. I enjoy it. I take it on tractor pulls. I got fourth last week with it at the local county fair. Oh, they didn't believe I could do that good at work. I did have a guy paint the hood and the fuel tank, but I did everything else again. I don't know if I can get that nice of a paint job on it, but that was our main tractor back then. We had a corn picker hung on it, three-bottom plow, did the planting. No, it did the disking and field cultivating. The little WD did the planting. And that, yeah, she did all the cultivating, did everything. I mean, she was our big main tractor, and I was very happy with her. A lot of money later, she's mine. But I'm very proud to sit on the seat and drive it.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit machinerypete.com and click Sell Mine. Machinerypete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
Hey folks, time for our feature item on the show today, a Sharp 2010 John Deere 9430 four-wheel drive tractor. Very fun to talk to the owner, Ron Lang, about this thing from Grinnell, Iowa. And I tell you, it's checking all the boxes.
So we're, yeah, second owner.
And not many hours on this thing. Was it 1998?
That's correct.
And it has a PTO.
PTO equipped.
And also you have a warranty on this thing.
Based on its year and hours, it did qualify for putting the extended coverage on it, and because I'm so assured of the tractor, we did go ahead and purchase that for it.
It's through my friends Jake and Joe Bryce at Machinery Scope up in Minnesota. They do an awesome job.
It is.
I imagine you've been getting more than a few phone calls on this baby, Ron.
Tremendous amount of calls. I think the ones that I've received have been from seven or 8 states.
Pre-dev, pre-tier 4, low hours, first, second owner is kind of where it's at, isn't it?
It is right now.
I understand you've been getting some dealers contacting you as well.
I have. I've had a couple Texas dealers that have inquired upon it. Their new 9Rs have been pushed back on the delivery window, where they're trying to satisfy some fall folks that they have in their sales trade area.
We've seen so many record prices on used four-wheel drives like yours in good condition, Ron. Did the rising market affect your decision of timing to sell?
Realizing that the market was hungry for especially pre-tier 4 tractors, and that kind of drove the decision.
244, 245, now 246, 246, 247, 247, 247, 248, 248, 249, 249, 250, 250, 251, 251, 251. Internet, you're out. You guys are all out. 250, 251, 250,000, 251, 250,000, 251. Serve it, 250,000.
Well, folks, 10.5 years ago on a chilly December 7th, 2011 auction in Horace, North Dakota, I filmed YouTube of a John Deere 9430 selling for $252,500. Only had 820 hours on it. That's always been the record. We almost hit it today on our feature item, the 10 model 9430 of Ron Lang with 1,998 hours on it, sells for $250,000. And I think that Machinery Scope warranty was a big piece of that. Second highest one I've ever seen. Hey folks, I'm here with Peyton Lawler with High Performance Livestock. Now, Peyton, you've been putting this sale together here in Union, Iowa, and this is quite an event. We got how many pieces on the sale?
There's about 236 online items. There's several hundred, too many to count, offline items, small items, 4 hay racks worth. And
now Peyton, tell us about High Performance Livestock, HPL, right here out of Union, Iowa. Tell us about the business.
So HPL auctions, we run a hay auction here 9 months a year.
Okay.
And we started 10 years ago running a hay auction. This is a family-run business that I am in business with my uncle. He started in 1974 running auctions.
Now you're doing 9 hay auctions a year, and you're actually putting out kind of preview videos and also recaps.
Yep.
That go out on Facebook
yep.
and stuff?
So we post them on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, any of the social media platforms we can get our hands on. I think Instagram. Those are usually done on Thursday or Friday leading up to the sale, which is on the second Saturday of each month.
Okay.
And I'll do those previews with descriptions of all the hay.
Okay.
And then I recap the hay typically on Sunday, Saturday afternoon. Kind of give you an overview, quick overview of the prices.
Sure.
Just 2-3 minutes long.
And how has the hay market been here in Central Iowa?
This year it was higher than what I would say it has been, but we've absorbed it.
Okay.
The people want to keep the livestock, and they know they got to feed them. And with $8 corn, they'd rather feed good hay, you know, than they would $8 corn.
Right. Well, folks, I hope you had fun here today at the auction in Union, Iowa. I highly recommend a visit if you've never been. Great people here and great fun to work with Matt Pagley and the folks at Mid-Iowa Auction Company. And I tell you, today we proved 2 of the hottest segments of the market. We proved it again. Older pre-DEF, pre-tier 4 tractors, our 2010 9430 comes in at $250,000, highest in 10.5 years. And retrofit planters, the 06 1770 NT 16-row at $114, just blew the doors off anything I've seen. Now tune in next week to Machinery Pete TV. We'll have more surprises for you. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. A&I Products is the lower cost, quality replacement part solution for all types and ages of ag equipment across all brands. Visit aiproducts.com.